G'day, I'm Kwackajack. This is a Husqvarna Vitpilen 701 and I am going to be brutally honest about what this video is. It's mostly me complaining about this bike's flaws, and the more that I ride it, the more I keep finding things to point out about it. Getting attacked by a massive snake, and then somehow at the end telling you that I love it and I want to buy one. Yeah, I know, it makes no sense, but stick with me and I'll explain. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we are on a 2019 Husqvarna Vitpilen 701. It's kind of like the older cousin of the bike we took out last week, the Vitpilen 401. So it'll be really interesting to see the differences and perhaps similarities between the two. Now this thing is rocking the same 690cc or so single cylinder thumper as the 690 KTM Duke. So it pumps out around 75 horsepower and 72 Newton meters of torque, which for the weight of this motorcycle, which is around 157 kilos dry or about 167 wet, is pretty impressive. Okay, holy crap. Sorry, I'm trying to give you an interesting intro, but going through these corners right now is phenomenal. Oh, wow. Right, okay, what was I saying? When I was on the smaller version, the Vitpilen 401, it was fun, but it had quite a few flaws. It had some compromises that sort of stopped it from being a really great beginner motorcycle. And a lot of those things I think are still here on the 7. You know, riding out here through Brisbane City, it's definitely running lean through the lower RPMs. Under 3,000, it will shudder and complain if you don't give it enough revs. It's also a very vibey engine. I'm feeling a lot of vibrations through my hands, feet, and I don't know if you can tell from these mirrors, but they are buzzing away. That could be sold in an adult store, that could. In fact, it was vibrating so much on my way out here that this camera fell off and I've had to jerry-rig this little setup here. Let's give it a go in these twisties. See how that lightweight fares. My goodness, it's like effortless. Ooh. So yeah, there's definitely things that I've noticed straight away about the bike, but something else funny happened as soon as I sat on it, and I don't really know how to explain it, but I think I might be falling in love with the motorcycle. I know that makes absolutely no sense at all, and the more that I ride it, the more I keep finding things to point out about it. But it's this strange feeling, and I don't know how to describe it, and so I don't know how good this review is going to be, but I really, really like it. I'm going to try and narrow it down why I like it, okay? And I think it comes down to a couple of different things. The first is the way that it looks. Now, I liked how the Vitpilen 401 looked. I said it in my review. I liked the funky design. This thing, though, I was kind of like smitten as soon as I saw it. The brushed metal, aluminium, or whatever it is, it just looks so damn good. I think this design rocks. Like, it looks great. I know it's not going to be for everyone, right? Some people are going to find it maybe a little bit minimalist. Oh jeez, or just like strange looking, and I get that, I get it. But when I first saw it in the flesh, I was like, wow. So that was my first impression. My second impression was hopping on it and starting it and pulling away. Now, as I said, it does run lean, you know, it will shudder at the lower RPMs. But when you get above that, when you get above 3,000 RPM, this thing is smooth. I love that torque. Okay, so it looks great and it feels great to twist your wrist on. That sounds wrong. It feels great to accelerate on. That sounds better. But like I said, I'm torn because there's things that I do notice straight away that are just plain odd. One of them is the seating position and ergonomics. It's a very high seat. It's 830 millimeters, and there's no really other way to say it. It's like a plank of wood. It's hard. You know, I've ridden it probably now for about 45 to an hour in total, and I still feel fine, but I'm expecting for a longer trip, it's gonna start to ache my backside. Not only that, actually, hang on. Let's take it into a corner and see how it goes. Oh, wow. Ooh, geez. I got more to say, but let's go back to what I was saying, right? The ergos. The ergos are a bit funny. The bottom half of me feels like I'm on a naked. The top half of me feels like I'm on a super sport. That's the only way I can really describe it. It's kind of like from my waist down, I'm sort of upright, like I would be on a regular naked, like I'm on an XSR or something. But then when you get to the upper half, I almost feel like I'm in a super sports like position. You know, I'm leaning forward, there's clip-on handlebars, and it's like a more aggressive stance. So, I don't know, it's strange. For the first 5 or so minutes I was riding it, I felt like I was sitting in one of those hospital beds that, you know, they like fold up from either side. Like my front half is going forward, but my bottom half is kind of like straight. It was just, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the seating position. I'm actually finding it pretty good right now, to be honest. Other than that, this one also sort of suffers from the same issue that the smaller 401s do, in that it doesn't have a very large tank. This one's only got a 12-litre fuel tank, and you know, it's a single cylinder, so hopefully we get some okay mileage on it, but would have liked it to be a little bit bigger. You know, it's a very easy bike for me to point out flaws on. Like, it kind of sounds like a lawnmower right now, splutting around at lower RPMs. Oh, feel that? See, that was around that 3000 RPM mark. It shudders and shakes when it's not happy with you. It talks back. One thing that I can't scoff at with this bike is its price. This one, 2019 model, $7,990, 2,500 Ks, giving you 75 horsepower and 72 newton meters of torque, adjustable WP suspension, an up and down quick shifter, which by the way I'll mention is fantastic. We'll give that a thorough testing in a second. You know, it's a lot of value for money, man. Like, whoa, check out that bad boy hanging out in the middle of the road. Jeez. Shit, I should really get him off the road. He's gonna get demolished there. Come on, buddy. We've got to get you off the road. Come on. Come on, mate. Oi. Come on. Oh, he doesn't want to go.
In this side is very big.
He ain't happy. Fuck yeah. Come on. Off the road. Yeah, look at him. He's ready to strike now. He's all curled up. He's ready to go. Look at him. Yeah, it's just a snake on the road. Just be careful.
It's a what?
Snake.
Oh, okay.
In the middle. Yeah, it looks like a python. Yeah. Try to get him off the road, but he won't budge, so just be careful. Look, he was an angry bugger and didn't want to move, but I just gave him some space and I've been directing traffic around him, and he's sort of going off by himself. So we are going to keep on with the review. But might I say, what a fine looking bike we're on. Yeah, he's off the road now. He's all good. Well, just for the record, not all Australians are snake catchers or handlers, and I definitely am not. But he looked like he would be a big carpet python, which are non-venomous, which is sort of why I was giving it a go, getting them off the road. But normally with wildlife like that, you just leave them be and they'll go by themselves. Well, the roads are pretty wet now. Let's see how the Vitpilen or the White Arrow handles it. Well, at these speeds, these mirrors, they're not doing too much. I feel like I need bifocals to see through them. They're so blurry. Going through these sort of longer, faster sweepers, the bike still feels really good, but it's not like a super sport or anything where you just sort of pick your line and you hold it. Because it's so light, I'm finding that it will sort of jump around the lane a little bit, and you know, if you adjust yourself while mid-corner, it can feel a little bit twitchy at times. But God, it's still so fun. Man, I am in love with this power plant. That amount of power paired with such a light bike with great suspension, it's just a recipe for fun. Man, it's quick. Oh. Yeah, look, see, it did not like doing that in third gear. We're only going slow, 50 Ks. Alrighty, let's take a second and a quick look at this thing. Now, I think that is a fine looking bike. I love this sort of brushed metal, these fluoro accents. Big fan. All right, well, let's head back down and give that quick shifter a go, shall we? I don't know if you can see that, but the mirror is vibrating so much that it looks like there is 2 white lines on the road behind me. Oh man, I shouldn't like it so much. I shouldn't like this bike so much. It's got problems. It shook my camera off itself. So why is it that I love it so? This thing has got a 0 to 100 time of 3.6 seconds, and honestly, I believe it. I reckon it would take down a lot of bigger bikes off the line. God damn, it feels like it's got the performance of a bigger bike. It must just be because of how light it is. It feels goddamn good. Yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold. I don't want to love it, but I love it. There's 100% going to be better bikes out there than this one. Like, it's just fact. There's going to be smoother bikes. Oh, see, look, I just hit a false neutral there. There's going to be better bikes out there than this, but I just like this one for some reason. I don't know if it's the character, if it's the looks, if it's the engine, or a combination of all of the above, but I'm gushing over the bike. You know, the quick shift is even pretty good at normal speeds like this, like going up and down. It's pretty smooth. It's not the smoothest one I've ever used, but it is good. Let's check those brakes too. Oh, it's enough to pull the snot out of my nose. And no squeaks either. That's something that I had on the little Svarty 401. But this one, Brembo's doing their job perfectly. This thing is making me feel all sorts. My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. I think I'm gonna say it. This may be one of, probably in my top 3 favorite bikes that I've ridden this year. And I was not expecting that when I was going to pick it up today. Even if I did own it, I'd be concerned about the long-term reliability. Like, I've read so many owners' reviews that say that it's so hard to work on and things go wrong, and so torn, but I can't argue with how it makes me feel. Okay, look, here's the thing. This bike is far from perfect. The tank's tiny, the mirrors are basically there for decoration at speed, and there are enough vibrations through the pegs to rattle your fillings out. But despite all of that, I seem to genuinely love it. The looks, I reckon, are unreal. This is how you do neo-retro styling right. The engine is punchy, raw, and surprisingly smooth once you're above 3,000 RPM. The handling? Well, it flicks through the corners like a smaller bike would, and off the line, I reckon that this thing would take down some bigger bikes. Yes, it's got its flaws. It runs lean, the tank is small, and the seat is basically a wooden plank, especially at the rear, and I'd be concerned about long-term reliability. But it is also so much fun, and isn't that the point? Honestly, I came in expecting average, but it's the kind of bike that reminds you that motorcycles don't have to be perfect to be unforgettable. So yeah, look, my dirty little secret, I think I'm in love with the Husky Vitpilen 701. But now I have to regretfully take this thing back and hand it in. I want to take a second to thank our friends over at Team Moto Kawasaki and Bowen Hills. They're the legends that lent me this bike. If you're in the market for a new or used motorcycle, go and check them out, tell them I sent you. I do put a lot of effort into these reviews, so if you do enjoy them, please make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But till next time, thanks for watching, see ya.